do this.
All right.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
I'm good. Are you enjoying your cup of tea and your Kermit the Frog mug?
I hadn't had any yet.
I think I put enough sugar in.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Muppets TV show? I'm so excited.
Oh, I haven't watched that, but I knew it was happening.
I can't wait.
Is
I
it
love
like
the Muppets.
they know they're making a TV show, so it's
like
about
a
them making a TV
mock
show.
reality show, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Whilst they do stuff.
My favourite character from the Muppets is, Kermit the Frog, because I have a bunch of Kermit the Frog toys, and when I was growing up, I had loads of them.
Nerd.
What did you have? I bet you're a Sam the Eagle kind of person.
Who?
You know Sam, with his big long nose.
I don't know that. Oh, I do, with the big eyebrows.
Yeah.
I always say he looks like my dad.
Well, always.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you say.
Whenever I speak to my dad, I'm like, all right, Sam the Eagle.
Or even when you're at work on the phone to a customer, you're like, yeah, before you go, my dad looks like Sam the Eagle.
My favourite Muppet is probably Kermit or...
I just said Kermit, you liar.
Well...
Only one person can
I'm
have
older
one.
than you, so...
Damn it.
Kermit or Gonzo.
Gonzo's all right.
I want a nose like a curved cock.
But also, like, do you reckon he uses that nose to, like fuck his chickens?
Yes, 100% happens.
People don't count your chickens before they've hatched. She's like, I'm not counting my chickens, I'm fucking my chickens.
Yeah. It's bent as well, so he can be facing the chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Whilst he anally, penetrates it.
Wait, how?
Because it curves round like that, so the chicken's here, and his nose
yeah.
curves round and into his bum, and he's like...
Oh, yeah. That's a terrible chicken noise. But
No,
that's
Gonzo.
That's what a chicken might... Oh, that's Gonzo.
Yeah.
What would the chicken
And
do?
then Fozzie comes along and does hey, now that's what...
No, that's not a good impression.
And then he's like, now we know which came first, the chicken or the egg.
Waka waka.
Yeah.
And Gonzo's like, shut up, Fozzie, I broke up with you for a reason. Fozzie just didn't like his curved cock, so he went for something. I wonder if actually Fozzie is asexual, because... all of the other Muppets have maybe a bit... Like Rizzo the Rat's a bit of a sneaky pervert. You can tell he just walks around upskirting women.
Who?
Rizzo.
Yeah.
And Gonzo has the chickens. Kermit and Miss Piggy are obviously a thing.
They're on and off, aren't they?
Fozzie Bear is the only one who is just completely asexual.
I
don't know. Maybe he's just not reached sexual...
I feel like he's a bit like Tom Cruise.
Okay.
He'll probably get married, but really loves the cock.
Do you reckon?
I can say that about Tom Cruise, can't
Well,
I?
no, hang on. I don't think Tom Cruise does.
He definitely loves the
I
cock.
think...
He's
okay.
he's so far in the closet. Insert joke about Narnia here.
Oh, clever.
Good one, that.
You knew... It's like we knew what you were going to do.
Yeah.
And you threw a curveball. That ball was almost as curved as Gonzo's nose dick.
I transcend sort of the normal tropes of making jokes and and in a way I'm probably the funniest person ever.
In many ways, Alex, I'm better than you. I think
Not
you're
just
funny.
you, but everyone.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
That's,
also not true, but
I think you're pretty good.
so how you doing?
I definitely know worse people.
Yeah, I know worse people than you. I once met Jimmy Savile.
Is this the nicest, most genuine moment we've ever had?
Yeah.
You did not meet Jimmy Savile.
I'm sure my girlfriend's mum said she met him and he shook her
Your
hand.
girlfriend's mum is Jimmy Savile.
Imagine that. Now then.
Poor guy. Do you know, I think he's innocent. No, just kidding. How are you? What have you been up to?
Moving.
Yeah.
That's basically my life.
Yeah.
I did a move.
Anything? What's been happening to you these last few weeks?
Moving.
Yeah.
That's sort of... Oh, yeah.
Are you allowed to say it? Or
Probably. Do you know, I haven't put it on Facebook yet because
No.
it was sort of... Oh, yeah. So I got engaged.
Way!
I am...
Good news.
That might not have sounded like I'm excited about it, but this is about the level of excitement I get to on a... As you know me well, it doesn't get much above sort of like, yay.
Cool.
But no, it's really good.
It's awesome, man.
We've been going out for 5 years, and I thought, why not? I threw the ring at her.
God, it's going to be a cracking wedding speech. We've been together for so long, I thought, fuck it. Yeah.
Why not?
Why
Let's
not?
just do it.
I've come this far. No point turning back now. A waste of petrol, innit?
I've put the miles in.
But that's, honestly, congratulations. That's
Thanks.
really good news.
It is good. It's good.
Sometimes
I'm happy.
I forget how old you are. Because I always think we're the same age. But not that age matters when it comes to being engaged, because you can get engaged whenever, I guess. But I forget that you and Ali have been together a long time. And
She wants to get married before she's 30.
Okay.
So that was always the thing.
How old is she now? 27?
27.
Okay.
That's
So you got 3 years.
I'm like, I want to get married and I'm excited about it, but in another way, I wouldn't have minded if we didn't like get married for a while. Like,
Yeah.
I'm happy to be engaged and it's good. I don't feel
It is
that much
good.
different about our relationship. It doesn't
Is
change.
it kind of like, when you were a teenager and you turned like 17 and your family was like, oh, what's it like being 17? And it's just fucking exactly the same as being 16 now.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking
It doesn't change the amount I love my girlfriend. I love her very much, and putting a ring on her finger that hasn't suddenly made me go, "Wow, I love her in new ways." Like,
Yeah.
I love her in new ways every day. Anyway,
Shut up.
that was what? That was good.
That was good, actually.
That was pretty good.
Save that for your vows.
Yeah,
We'll cut that. Oh, fuck it. No, can't be asked.
I will.
Will she mind that you've said this on here?
No, she doesn't mind telling people. It's just we haven't, like, we messaged friends and stuff.
You're not
and
very public about it, which is good.
I will put it on Facebook just because then it gives a chance for everyone to know, rather than sort of. I messaged the people that I care about and told them,
Yeah.
and spoke to people that are close to me.
You're going to get so many likes.
Yeah,
It's all about the likes.
record amounts.
People
of
who
likes.
say it's not are deniers.
I get a lot of likes for my Slimming World posts as well.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
are like, yeah, people
They're
have
like, well done, Steph.
yeah, people I don't even like. I'm like, we haven't spoken in years, and they're like, well done, fat boy.
No, they do not. They're like, oh, Steve, well done. This is really good work. Nice one, mate. And you're like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Who the hell do you think you are coming
How-
onto my Facebook?
How
talking
dare
about
you
my
praise
weight?
me, motherfucker?
That's good news, though. So, to be honest, you've had the move. You've had the bloody engagement business.
Yeah, we haven't
You've,
done like, we went away this weekend. I've been busy every evening this week, and I am for the rest of the week as well. So we haven't even just had a weekend to sit down and be like, oh yeah, we're engaged. Let's
Yeah.
have engagement sex.
Have you not had engagement sex?
Don't think so.
I mean, it has been very busy.
I had a cold sore there,
Oh, God. Was it from the...
and she went, we can have sex, but we'll have to do it like I'm a prostitute. You're not allowed to kiss me. I don't want to get a cold sore.
So that's what engagement life is like.
Yeah.
So you're like, no kissing, no cunnilingus, I imagine.
No, I can't. We don't want spotty Vanny.
For Spotty Vanny, did you
Yeah,
say? Is
Spotty
that
Vanny.
like Vagani,
Yeah.
Vagina Fanny?
No, it's good, man.
Oh,
It's-
the cat's... Oh, I hate it when he does this.
What have you been doing?
Well, I'm not engaged. I'm
But you had
just
your
still-
anniversary, right?
We had a 4-year anniversary.
It's close to ours.
Yeah. It's the week after yours, actually.
Yeah, I did it I got engaged on my 5th anniversary.
Yeah.
I love you, but go down there.
Yeah, just for the record, he's not talking to me. I love you, baby, but suck my dish. We went to this nice Italian restaurant, Brio,
Yes.
and we had a really nice meal. And I bought her some roller skates.
What did she buy you?
You'll laugh. You'll laugh firstly at what this gift is, and then you'll laugh more when I tell you that I actually really wanted it. Floor mats for the car. I needed some. I didn't have any, and the carpet was getting all torn up.
It's a practical gift.
Yeah, she was like, oh, I popped by the garage and got you these. I was like, oh, thank you. I haven't put them in the car yet because I want to get it cleaned before I put them
You
in.
cherish them so much, you're like, I don't want them to get dirty.
They've actually become the cat's bed. The cat's just sleeping on them now. But it was, it's a nice gesture. She knew that she'd remembered a while ago that I'd said I needed some.
When
And
you've been together for a while, sometimes it's like, look, we need this new thing for the flat or something.
I'm not fussed about fucking flowers or chocolate or stuff like that. I mean, it's nice occasionally when you get your... sometimes when I go to the shop, I'll get Charlie, want some of her favourite chocolate or something nice. But when it's actual gifts, I prefer something that you can use practically or something that you want. That's why I think it's always dangerous to deviate from someone's list. If they give you a list or something that they want, don't go, oh, I bet they'd like this instead and get that, because that's like most of the time that's going to be wrong.
I just bought Ali a book.
Well,
we did
she
actually
likes
say we
books.
weren't going to buy each other something, so
Yeah.
I was like, she won't be expecting this. So I just bought a book.
Well, I bought her these roller skates, and she was like, did you buy me anything for the anniversary before the actual day? I was like, no, because I'm a really bad liar. And then she got me something. So, what else did she get me? Oh, I think she paid for dinner.
Nice.
So that's good. Considering I was like, I'll take you out for this slap-up meal, and then she paid for it. It's a good deal. I got a good deal out of this broad.
Yeah.
So we had that. I took her out roller skating once for about half an hour, and then she ran over my foot. She can't do it without me holding her because she's never done it before.
I want to do roller skating.
It's cool. Like I haven't done. I've rollerbladed once or twice back when I was an agile youth, but now I've just bought a longboard, which you
Ugh.
hate. It's honestly you'd love it. It's so much fun.
Don't.
I used to do it like because living in like the countryside back in Jersey, growing up there with like all these country lanes and stuff. There was just empty roads for miles for you to skate across.
Just a longboard to the local farmer so you could give him his daily blowjob.
Yeah, well, exactly.
I can't see them and think of them as an instrument for travel, and I just see them and think,
Well, I wouldn't use it to go, oh, God, I'm late for work, better catch a ride on my
no,
board.
but even just for fun, I just my image of them is like some long-haired douchebag with it under his arm going, yeah, can I get a frappuccino, please?
Oh, God.
That's not how I see you.
I did ask for a frappuccino.
I actually
No, I
loathe
didn't.
you a little bit more.
Yeah, because I'm like trying to be one of
Yeah.
these people.
You're
Really, I'm
like-
just a fat, balding old man.
You're like that, but with a swastika band around your arm.
Oh.
I'm joking. I love you.
You said you'd not tell anyone about my Nazi tattoo.
No, it's cool. I'll probably have a go on it and love it, to be honest.
Maybe afterwards, if it's not too dark.
Shall we
can
rein
have a
up
play.
your cats and get them
Yes,
to like
that's a good
slay
idea.
cats? I mean, they'll probably just fall on the floor and lick their bollocks, but
That's what I do if I fall over.
Yeah.
Immediate reaction is bollock lickery.
someone at work the other day said they were going to be late because their dog fell over.
What a shit excuse. Having said that, I did use an excuse like that at school once. I was late for school. I got taken, like, ripped to shreds by my friends and the other kids in the year because I was late for school and it was really heavy rain and my cat, which had been missing for months, came back that morning. He was all soaked and shivering. So I got him in a towel and dried him up because I love him. He's dead now, but I did love him. I got to school and
You can still love him even though he's dead.
I know, yeah. That's
Oh,
true.
he's dead now.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Fuck that shit. And then I got to school. I was like, I'm really sorry I'm late. I had to dry my cat. And this spread around the school, and people were like, oh, Farnham, were you late because you had to dry your cat? And then, like, everyone was really mean to me. So that was my excuse. So the dog falling over, like,
It turns out it hurt itself properly, but it's just the way she worded it was like, oh yeah, it's like my dog's fallen over.
dogs are so close to the ground anyway, it doesn't matter. They can
It
fall over and be
turns
like,
out
oh,
it
this
fell
is
down the
nice.
stairs, like.
Oh, God. That's
But
really
then I was
sad.
like, the fuck is a dog doing falling down the stairs?
Yeah, did you say that to her?
No, I said it to
Fuck,
someone
you,
else.
what, you
Who
think
do
you're
you
trying
think
to
you
pull
are?
a fucking wool over my eyes,
You
love?
try this with me again, I'll be kicking you down the stairs, dog.
Mind your fucking neck in and sort your dog's legs out, you fucking paraplegic twat. The dog, I mean.
Pull your socks up, love, and get your fucking crippled dog back up. You
Feed him
slag.
to the dogs, pig. That was a bad
That was
attempt
good.
at fitting the story to the line. Right, I've got some notes which you know about.
What do you
I've
want to?
talked about-
Do you want to email first?
Well, it's just I
Oh,
mean,
you
I'm
wanna
just
do-
finishing
go
my
on.
updates.
Oh, right,
This
yeah, yeah.
weekend I went to Bath. It's weird. We both went to Somerset at the same time.
And we didn't see each other.
No, we didn't because I guess it's quite a big place.
Did you have a better time than me?
I had a really good time.
Good.
I went to Bath on Friday night, and then Saturday went to Bristol for a friend's leaving party, and it was in this big marquee. There was loads of pims and drink and stuff. There was a bouncy castle.
Yes.
There was a hog roast.
Yes.
Hog roast with stuffing, crackling. Oh, it was so good. It was amazing. And it was just a really nice time. I not grew up in Bath, but since I was 18, I lived
Yeah.
there.
I don't think that counts.
No. Well, I grew up mentally.
You
in
did a
Bath.
couple of years in Bath, and
5 years. I lived there for 5 years.
You lived there for 5
Yeah.
years.
On and going home for a few months.
Would
every now and
you
then.
attribute that to the reason why you're such a hipster? Because Bath is the birthplace.
See, I don't
of
think I
hipsters.
am. Like, I know people who are actual hipsters who would call me a fucking loser.
I don't think hipster's an actual thing. I just say it,
Yeah.
but it's. I don't.
I think it kind
it's
of
not the same as what hipsters were back in the 80s. and
quite
stuff.
backhandedly, I think it means that you think I'm cool. Because I like do this cool stuff like ask for frappuccinos.
Yes, I think you're cool.
You do. I almost will. I'm going to put my tank top on in a minute. And then you'll be like,
Have
oh,
you really got a tank top?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's nice. I'd only wear it to the beach and around the house.
The only person I know who can pull off a tank top is Jason Statham. No, I'm kidding.
I am Jason Statham.
You
But
look
that's
like
the thing.
Jason Statham.
Oh, thanks, man. He's actually my dad. His full name's Jason. Oh, fuck. Jason Statham.
Wind your neck in.
That's what I just said. You can't steal my cool things.
Well,
to
yeah,
say.
because you came up with that one. You wrote that one.
I'll tell you why I made up that phrase. I'll tell you why I wanted to talk about Bath, because I met up with none other than our friend Luke from Luke's Film Blog.
Don't know that
Luke's
person.
Film Blog. I keep muddling my words.
Luke's film.
Luke's Film Blog.
A blog.
I said brog.
Brock.
which is the name of like a character in Game of Thrones or something.
Yeah, probably.
And it was really cool to see him. We talked about his email he sent in last week about the perfect movie, and he said he's got some more that he's going to send to us. But watch out for his more of his blogs, because he's got a lot coming. He's just put one out. I can't remember what it was about, but he's doing them more regularly now.
Good plug.
Yeah,
he did.
It's good. I can't remember.
He did some words about some stuff.
It was great. We went out for some drinks and for dinner, and after dinner, the girls, his wife and my girlfriend Charlie, went home because his wife got a bit merry, and they drank quite a lot of wine, so they went home. We carried on. We went to one of our favourite pubs, and then onto this like bar place, which used to be called something when we were there, but now it's something else, and it's like where all the cool kids go.
I tell you what, your knowledge of things is astounding.
I know.
It used to be called a thing.
Well, it used to be called Back to Mine, and now it's called The Nest.
Okay.
And we went there. And there was just a bunch of children dancing around us.
How old?
Oh, 18, 19.
Sure.
And we were like, I felt like we saw a guy who looks like Andy Murray. We saw one of the guys taking money at the door looked like Dean Pelton from Community. And we were like, hey, Dean! But he didn't get it. And it was
that's because only 5 people have seen Community.
But it was just an odd experience because we were like, do you know what? Fuck it. No one knows who we are. Let's just dance. And we just went and danced.
Did you do your
dance floor.
awkward uncle dance moves?
Yeah.
I've never seen you dance.
Have you not? It's quite good. I'm like,
we've never been dancing. Good one.
And then I flap my arms a bit. I'm not a very armsy dancer. I don't dance. Well, I don't
really dance. I just sort of move a little bit.
I think this is my theory about dancing. If you're on a dance floor, if you half-ass a dance, you look more stupid than if you do a full-out dance.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because if you're there just shuffling around, like, really rigidly, people are going to be like, look at that loser. But if you're, like, going a bit crazier and enjoying yourself...
You look like Carlton from...
Yeah, well, that's a good example. Do the Carlton, and then everyone will love you.
I don't dance.
Why? You can dance if you want to.
No.
You can leave your friends behind.
Because if they don't dance...
If they don't dance, then they're no friend of Steve's.
Yeah, true. No, I do sometimes. Like at my mum's birthday, the Pulp Fiction music came on, and me and my brother did a bit of Pulp Fiction together.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I think I was the girl one.
I pulped your mum's fiction on her birthday.
Good one.
Thanks.
You're not running out of original ideas.
No, I'll tell you what there was on your mum's birthday. Pulp Friction, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Pump Friction. Oh, yeah. I'm going to leave it
She
there.
slept with a real man. And you just sat in the corner crying, filming it.
Drawing a picture. Why couldn't it be me?
What else do you have to talk about before I slap you?
That's it, really. I put catch up, longboard, Bath, Bristol, met Luke, drinking, feeling old, bouncy castle. I've covered all that.
That's a good summary.
Yeah.
So to summarise mine, engaged, move, tired, busy.
Yeah. Well, that should be at the top of your CV.
But this weekend's going to be cool, so it's all good.
Yeah. Why?
This pre-release of the new Magic set.
Oh, yeah,
and I'm playing in 4 events.
You should do some live tweeting. You will anyway, yeah.
Well, I'm hoping to do as well as I did last time.
Stay tuned soon. I think maybe next week we should do the Magic episode.
It's a good idea.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Another special episode from the Beardwags.
Hey-o!
Which actually, let's move on to the actual show now.
Emails or...?
Yeah, this is episode 14, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to say yes.
I want to say yes, and I'm going to say yes.
It's a good thing we know our own podcast.
I think it is, because last time it was 13, and I went, oh, no. Are you checking? Oh,
yeah,
thanks.
Just making sure. It is 14.
Sweet.
We're so professional.
We don't even remember names of our 3 listeners.
That's true.
We do now. Thanks, Tom, Dick, and Harry. Yeah, welcome to episode 14. Let's do some emails.
There's an email here from Stephen Whitaker. He's the dude, remember...
Which is actually kind of like Stephen White, but with... Okay.
Yeah, thanks for that. Sorry. Been a bit sarky tonight.
Thanks for that.
I apologise.
Cunt.
You're the one that's drinking. I'm only having tea. It's because Kermit's so happy. I'm looking at him going...
Yeah. This is how his hands are on the mug. He's got them up. He's like, C'est la vie. Oh, can I tell you a story?
Yes.
Hang on. I'm going to do a burp.
Do you remember C'est la vie, the song?
Hey?
Do you remember C'est la vie by Bewitched?
What? Oh.
Yeah, they came to my school.
Did they?
Yeah.
What, like to learn or to
show? To do a music.
To do a music.
They were due to come to our school, and then overnight they got a number one. So our head teacher in like assembly
What?
was like, they might not come, but they still came and did some
that's
songs.
good of them.
And I've still got a signed single by them.
Were they like,
somewhere.
what's the crack around here?
Yeah, they said exactly that.
What's this fucking shite school about?
Um,
Where's that kid who wanked in a petrol station? You
hadn't
hired. You're our new PR manager.
I hadn't done it for 10 years yet, but
Oh, yeah.
what have you got to say?
What were we talking about?
Still looking at your messenger, man.
Sorry, it opened it. My sister texted
Yeah,
me.
yeah, sure.
It was about...
I said we had an email from Steve Whittaker,
Yeah.
and then you said, I've got a story to tell.
Oh, God, it was a good one as well.
Don't do that. You look weird.
Oh,
Take
sorry.
your hands away.
Oh, yeah, it was about C'est La Vie. So I know someone, it's a family member's boyfriend, who's a little bit... so a buffoon would be the right word, but a nice buffoon. And it was at this event, and he dropped some bread into his soup. But he was sitting next to my mum, I think, and it was tomato soup. My mum was in like a nice wedding attire. He dropped this bread loaf
Was
into
she
his
looking
soup.
banging?
Yeah, she was looking like a very pretty and lovely woman who you should respect and treat. as
Yeah,
such.
like you just respected my mum, yeah?
Well, I would. Okay, yeah, I can't argue with that. So he got his bread roll, went to the soup, about maybe 30 centimetres up from the soup, accidentally dropped his bread roll into the soup. Tomato soup splashed all over his shirt, all over my mum, and he just shrugged and went, C'est la vie, and picked it up and just ate it. Don't you think that's just the best response to
Yes,
something
100%.
like that?
Like,
Oh, shit happens.
fuck it.
C'est la vie.
To be fair,
Oh.
dropping bread in soup isn't a big crisis
No,
because you could
it's-
just eat it.
Yeah,
But I love
just
that
the
it
fact
just went over
splattered
people, yeah.
everywhere. He's like, he didn't even say sorry. He's like, oh, it's a living. It's like a cartoon. That's my story,
That was
though.
a good one.
Sorry to interrupt.
In my head,
Steve.
your mum was like in knee-high boots with a low-cut top.
Well, in my head, that's what you're wearing. Actually, that's what you're wearing in real life.
Yeah. What if I
stop
did this?
Oh, that's quite good, actually.
Steve Whittaker's the dude who was asking about magic, remember?
Oh, yeah, I remember that guy.
And then he said playing over Skype would be weird.
Well,
and now he's
fair
eating
enough.
his words because he said, yeah, when I get a new internet, I would like to play after thinking it over.
There you go.
Well,
you
do you know
finally
what,
have a
Steve?
friend.
I might have rescinded that by
There's
now.
no way you're going to reject playing Magic
No,
with
that is
anyone.
100% true. I never say no to playing Magic.
You would play Magic with Hitler if he offered.
Do you know sometimes I wish I could play with Hitler. No, I just, when I go out to town on my own or with friends, I sometimes just put a couple of decks in my bag just in case I get the
Really?
chance to play Magic.
What, in case you run into like a bad guy who's like, I challenge you, Steve.
No, just like in case I don't know what my logic is, but it's like, maybe I'll end up playing Magic.
Maybe.
You never know.
Well.
And he says some nice things about Magic and stuff, but he has a question here.
Yeah.
Suppose a man asks you to give him a hand job.
Okay.
How much money will he have to pay to do that? So how much would you need to be paid to give a man a hand job?
Now, a hand job is always a
And
weird
in
way to
this
start a
hypothetical
sentence.
situation, I'm going to assume that we're not allowed to say no. We have to come
We
up
have
with some
to-
sort
yeah.
of monetary value.
So I would take, it would have to be a lot of money because it's something that I wouldn't enjoy doing. The only person who I've ever given a hand job to and enjoyed is myself. Well, the only person I've ever given a hand job to is myself. I haven't given a reluctant one to like a stranger.
To your dad.
Never again. I think that as far as sexual acts that you're not into go, a hand job is pretty inoffensive.
It's fairly low
as long
on
as
the-
you could direct the shot direction away from you.
Yeah, like
So
into
as
a
long as you're
tissue
not
or-
taking a load
Yeah.
into tissue or out a window. Do you remember Ricky
Ricky
Gervais?
Gervais,
Why
yeah.
not into a watermelon?
Yeah, or out of a window.
Because really, you're just doing wanking, but remotely.
Would you get into it, do you think? Or would you just be a
I
bit
don't
like...
know. I probably no, because I don't enjoy other penises.
Like that?
Well, I wouldn't quite be gagging. I'd just be like, oh, "This is."
I wasn't
unpleasant.
gagging, that's just my wanking off
Oh
noise.
right.
Like when I'm doing a wank, I'm like...
I know. I used to hear you when you lived next door.
Yeah.
Did
so-
you ever hear me?
No, I never
Oh.
hear you chuffing one out,
Oh,
frankly.
right. Okay. Fair
I
enough.
occasionally heard the shower going, but that was
That
it.
wasn't the shower. That was my cum. It was wall to wall semen.
Yeah, just dripping with spooge.
Spooge. I haven't heard that in donkey's years.
How much would you be paid?
I probably a cool mil.
A mil?
Yeah.
Just for a hand job.
Okay. What do you want me to say? Like a quid?
I'm just thinking.
A mil, fucking pussy. I'll do it for free.
$1 million is a lot of money.
Okay. Yeah. Probably $500,000.
$500,000, you reckon?
Would he tell everyone?
In this scenario, let's say it's the only people that know about it are you and him and me.
Oh, well, then I'll do it for a tenner. No, I think you're right though. Like for me to go the extra mile and have the extra mile. I hope it's not that long, but full out sex.
How
with
would you do
guy.
it? Would you have him standing and just sort of do it, or I'd probably stand behind him and
would
do
you?
it so that then.
Oh, so you could rest. You could like rest on his shoulder.
There's no way any spooge is going.
No, I would just like say I'm sitting in this chair now, have him standing there and just me going like this.
Shall we record an episode one day when we both just wank men off?
And see how long it takes to see who does the most men in an hour.
Yes, yeah, and we can make a bit of money.
But this is we could actually. But this is my logic. If it was something invasive, like anal sex, which I'm not into, and I was having to be done by someone I didn't want to be done by, that would be horrible. And if you had to say yes, it would be you'd have to like set the bar really high, like
I would want
100 million or $1 billion, something like dollars, pounds, depends on the exchange rate at the time. But a hand job, you're not. That's it. You're just
would
it's
probably do it for 250,000. I reckon I
really?
could buy a house with that and live comfortably.
I'd go for $500,000
and
lowest, $500,000 lowest, but
I reckon I would do it for $250,000.
$500,000,
if I had to.
And he cooks me a steak afterwards.
Oh, now you're just being silly. And he says,
"Sorry,
next,
I'll get back to the serious podcast, shall I?" Titty.
Moving on to politics. Next, what if he asked you to fuck him in the arse?
Oh, well, I've covered that.
I mean, it's unrealistic that he's going to have 100 million. So
Yeah.
I would say 50 million for that. Because that's 50 million.
If he's got 50 million, he'll have 100 million. But maybe he's got 100 million, and if you took the 100 million, you'd leave him broke.
True. I would say...
Actually, I'll take his 100 million and say, here's a $5 for your trip home.
Yeah. I would say 50 million just because I wouldn't need any more money than that. Although my life would be pretty traumatized. So probably would rather not have a man fuck me in the arse for any money. But if I had to, I'd want a lot of millions.
Yeah.
Moving on anyway.
Yeah, that's like for us, because we're not gay. I speaking for myself, don't know about you. I've never been fucked in the ass.
No.
But I know that I wouldn't enjoy it purely because of the discomfort of just it being done for the first time. It might happen and be like, actually, this is pretty cool.
This one time.
Yeah. Go on.
We went camping. Like,
oh, God.
Up in Wales, we used to camp a lot. Because you could just be like... Whereas down here, you have to go let's travel here to go camping. Like, my friend could call me and be like, go camping, and we'd just walk 5 minutes and there'd be a forest. Like... And this one time we were all camping, we were all just sat around chatting, and we used to camp near this big swing that went over a stream, so we used to piss around on the swing.
Oh, like
swing.
a rope swing?
Yeah, rope swing.
Cool.
And this dude called, I can't remember his fucking name, but he was a weirdo, randomly just went, have you ever fingered your bumhole whilst you're wanking? We were only like 16, 17 at the time, and it just went dead silent. Everyone was like, and he was like, I haven't done it though.
Oh, yes he has.
He has. And then
have you ever done that? I don't think I've ever done that. I know someone who definitely has.
Have I ever popped a finger in my bum?
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
I don't think so. I don't think
I mean, maybe when I was... I don't remember... Maybe when I was a kid and curious.
I haven't ever thought about it and gone, oh, no, what will people say?
I've accidentally done it, though. Like, when I was wiping my bum once, my finger went through the paper and into my bum.
And up all the way.
But you know what? If you did, like... I don't recall, but I probably, when I was like 15, 16 and first found wanking, I probably did. Like, just like, what does it feel like if I pop a finger in my bum?
Yeah.
I haven't got a problem with, like, I don't want to be fucked in the bum, but, I mean, it doesn't bother me, a bit of bum play.
Well, that's the thing, like, you know, each to their own.
Sex is like a very personal thing. So if a guy said to me, I'm straight, but I like a girl doing me in the bum, I'd be like, cool.
I think nothing is taboo in the bedroom. As long as it's all consensual, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, if someone's like, you know how Russell Brand for a long time was into like breast milk from pregnant women? That's fucking gross. But fine for him.
So long as he's not trying to feed it to me.
Yeah.
He can drink piss if he wants. I mean,
You hear that, Russell Brand?
Yeah.
You can drink piss if you like.
Yeah, and then another time, this guy, we're all on Xbox Live chat.
We're going to say we're all on ecstasy.
That would be amazing.
No, it would not.
We were playing some games, and this dude just randomly went, "Have you ever had a wank whilst you're doing a shit?"
Oh, is that like a Blumpkin?
No, that's if you're getting a blowjob whilst you're doing a shit.
Similar sort of thing.
He was like, "Have you ever had a wank whilst you're doing a shit?" And we were all like, "No." And he was like, "It feels really good when you actually push out a poo whilst you come."
It would get messy because you'd have to like still aim your butt down.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, but
He was, and we were like, "No, we fucking haven't, you weirdo."
Is this the same kid?
No, it was someone.
This
different.
one kid who was always like, "Hey guys, have you ever like,
Hey
you know,
guys,
have you ever cut your dick with a razor blade and then wanked into a teacup full of salt?"
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah. I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve, for your email. I like that.
Yeah,
question.
that was funny.
Send us
That
some
was
more
fun.
questions. I will reply to your email about the magic thing. I'm sorry I haven't given it loads of time, but shut up.
He will. He's been busy moving and proposing to women.
Thank you to Magic the Amateuring, who emailed back and said, I sent them an email.
Are they the two ladies who do the magic
Two ladies
podcast?
do a magic podcast. If you haven't heard it, go to iTunes or Google's and search Magic the Amateuring. They do a really cool podcast, and I talked about them when I said
Yeah.
women in magic and
Yeah,
stuff.
you did, yeah.
Shout
out to them.
I sent them an email saying, I've discovered your podcast and you guys rock, and if you want, here's my podcast where I talk about how crap I did at GP Liverpool. And they just said, thanks, good luck with yours, and we're jealous.
They were like, Steve, we've told you, stop emailing us.
This attached is the restraining order as appointed by the court.
Attached, please see the attached. And it's just a picture of them saying, fuck off.
And they said, we're jealous that you get to live in the UK.
Oh, we'll come over.
Come do a podcast with us.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Or go to a GP thing.
Do you want to do the thing?
Yes.
Is that why you're hovering around like a little
yeah,
bitch?
I will. But hang on. Say to these girls, what are their names?
Megan and Maria.
Megan and Maria go to a GP tournament in England, meet up with Steve, and do a remote podcast together.
Yes. Do you know what? I could, even when I go to GP London, I could record like a mini podcast on my phone.
That's
all I
thing,
need is
you should-
headphones.
Yeah,
like,
and the recording on phones are good. You could just maybe interview some people, and we could play it in the next one.
yeah. Thank you, ladies, for the email. And honestly, if you're into magic, or even if you're not, like, you can still listen to things that you're not interested in because the podcast's just funny.
Yeah.
So go check them out, or find
Okay.
them on Twitter, or do the things.
Magic the Amateuring.
Yeah, good. Another email?
Yes, please.
Last email?
Is this the last one?
Yeah, we only got a couple this time.
Okay.
Ryan's story. Which
hey,
one's
man.
that?
He does a cool...
he does the
film blog as well, yeah.
I've read that. It's all right. Thanks for the shout out. I really appreciate it. So I'm writing an article on 3D and cinematic.
A 3D article or an article on the subject
on
of 3D?
3D. It's not.
Oh, okay.
On cinematic immersion and the possibility of VR in cinemas.
Ooh, as in virtual reality.
Yes. Like, those headset things.
Virtual reality.
In the post, I question whether we need to be living the movie or if we should just enjoy a traditional cinema experience. Personally, I believe in the latter, but what are your thoughts?
I agree with Ryan. It's the same with on a stage. Like when, there's the suspension of disbelief, which you get obviously on the screen as well. But you always know to a certain extent that you're watching a film or a play. You never fully get immersed and think you're living the moment. And that's why I think that it's important sometimes to acknowledge the fact that you are either on stage or on screen. Like they do that, like Kevin Smith does that in quite a lot of his movies, and so does Community does a lot in their episodes. Takes responsibility for the fact that they are an entertainment medium and not doesn't mess around with this bullshit of you are living the experience. We want you to experience every sense as you watch it. I think you should know to a certain extent that you're watching a film, and then the duty of that film is to make you forget everything else and focus purely on that. So you're enjoying it as a piece of entertainment.
I think I'm not against it.
Can open.
But if you like, you can go see D-box movies where your seats do a little move.
That was a bit weird. I saw that.
If you want to go see movies like that, go see them. But I think if they do VR in cinemas, it should be as a separate entity to normal.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like whenever you go see a film, that's it. It should be like, here's 12 screens of traditional cinema, and if you like VR, we've got a specialist
Have you
screen
been to
set up here.
Disneyland?
Yes.
Have you been to Honey, I Shrunk the Audience?
That wasn't there when I went. It was
Okay.
Moonwalk. It was a Michael Jackson thing.
Yeah, because I get things like that where it's the whole experience, and they call it 4D, even though 4D is not a thing.
Yeah.
But it's quite cool because it was designed for that purpose.
It's gimmicky, but
Yeah.
if they
in
do...
the same way that some movies have 3D in them just for the sake of using 3D.
Yeah,
But then there are some movies which need it to add dimensions to what you're watching, like Tintin.
I don't agree with that, though.
I thought Tintin is the only film that I've enjoyed in 3D because of the way it's animated.
I enjoyed Tintin in 3D, but I don't think it needed it. And I
it's still great without it, but I think that 3D did it favours rather than not adding to it.
It did, but unfortunately, I've never seen any 3D film ever and thought that it needed it to the extent that they should charge me an extra £3 per ticket or something. In the same way that Dread is probably the only film at the cinema I've seen in 3D where I went, holy shit, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
I still walked out and went, it doesn't justify the extra cost. But I mean, if they want to do VR, do VR, but I still prefer a traditional cinema going experience. And I think we always look at the resurgence in the last 10 years of the popularity of traditional cinema.
Yeah.
During the for a few years it was dying, like ticket sales were really down. And now look at Jurassic World hit nearly 1 billion in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Cinema has come back in a big bad way, and I think
it's all about the box office, baby.
Yeah, people like traditional cinema.
Yeah.
If they do it, they do it, but it won't.
Do you know, I must admit, when I go and see a film, because I love seeing films in IMAX now.
I don't like films.
No, me neither. And I go to the cinema. I'm like, hey, when's can I go to this IMAX showing? And they're like, yeah, it's 3D too. I'm always like, oh, really?
I don't
not do it, but I'm always a little bit disappointed that it's 3D.
I don't
The
mind
glasses
IMAX
make me
3D
sweat.
too bad. I prefer it to normal 3D.
Yeah.
But I guess, yeah, I mean, I do again, I'm really picky with IMAX though. I only go see a film I really want to see.
Really?
Well, I don't see, let's say Terminator Genesis, not interested in that, so I'm not going to pay extra to see it in IMAX.
Yeah, like Jurassic World, Age of Ultron, big films like that. Star Wars obviously will have to be seen in IMAX.
I'm not going to go see it.
Do you not like Star Wars? Yes, you do.
No, I will go see it because it's part of my childhood. But
you heard the announcement there's going to be a Han Solo.
I don't like that, and I'm not winding you up. I don't know.
See, I thought I read it. I was like, sorry. I thought it was going to be a Boba Fett one, which I think would be sick. There is another email, by the way.
No.
Kitten Mill.
Yeah, but it's not a question. It just
she did send in a question before that. Sorry.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, I just think that Han Solo is such an epic character. I think in order to do it justice, they'll need to go right back to basics and almost have like a child. It being about a child being raised on Kashyyyk.
I'm not interested.
Kashyyyk or Kashyyyk?
Don't know.
Okay.
I genuinely don't, but I'm not. People are excited and that's fine, but it's already a hard sell seeing Star Wars Episode 7, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Are you not into it? I'm really into it.
I'm into it in the sense that I think J.J. Abrams did a great job with Star Trek, because basically Star Trek was just Star Wars, it's the same story arc, but I've got Star Wars fatigue. I know we haven't had a film in ages, but that's fine by me because
I'm really into it.
Bored
I
of
think
it.
Maybe I'm more excited about it than I was about Jurassic World.
I wasn't excited about that either.
You need to.
Struggling to get excited.
Yeah, I know. You're like, do you know what? I might. You know what? I'm not going to go to the cinema ever again.
No, I do get excited about films, but I just, for some reason, Jurassic World and Star Wars just haven't really done it.
We've had the conversation about softly rebooting franchises. The only one that really you think has been given justice is X-Files.
Only in the comic book form, though.
No, isn't the only one you're excited about?
I'm excited about it, but I'm still sceptical of the need for more X-Files.
I guess if you're skeptical, you're less likely to be disappointed.
I don't think I will because of the quality involved and the fact that they've gone, you know what, 22 episodes is too much, let's do 6.
And Joel McHale's in it.
Yeah, but I like him.
Playing
but
Jeff Winger.
Yeah. He, no, I don't know. I read a great article on Cracked, actually. We talked about them earlier, but they a great article about, like, how sequels just aren't, like, they're so underwhelming generally. Even though Jurassic World, I'm sure, is a great film, just how we take the things we love and we always demand more of them.
Yeah.
In the same sort of way that really, as exciting as Neil Blomkamp making an Alien film is, really we don't need it. Like, I don't. And in the same,
Is he doing
way,
another one?
No, he's doing Neil Blomkamp's doing an Alien film, isn't he?
Oh, sorry,
The
yes.
guy that made Chappie and stuff.
Yeah, I thought you meant a generic Alien film, but like an Alien franchise film.
No,
yeah,
yeah.
Sorry, I see what you mean now.
I agree with them to the extent that I don't know. I mean, I'll see it and love it, I'm sure, but I don't.
You're not excited by the prospect.
Not really. I'd rather Neil Blomkamp carried on making his own films.
I really love Chappie.
Although he got a lot of flack for some of them, like none of them lived up to quite as good as his first one. Stop buzzing. That's me. Hey.
Stop buzzing. Oh, it wasn't Beardwags, it was you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, this other.
Thanks for the email, dude.
Yeah, that was rambling a little bit. One more email.
Shoot.
Kitten Mill.
Hey, dude. Thanks for the intro last time.
I'm male, but I sexually identify as an attack helicopter, which is good.
That's funny.
2 questions. What is or are your greatest magic achievements and your overall greatest lifetime achievement? So let's start with greatest overall lifetime achievement. Cause,
both of us?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Well, you go first. I'm struggling.
Asking my girlfriend to marry me?
Oh, yeah, well, that's a really good one. You're gonna have a nuclear family soon. Oh no, you don't want kids, do you?
Kids, no.
Okay, that's a really good one. Mine's gonna seem rubbish compared.
I doubt it.
Making a 6-person cheeseburger from scratch.
That's a pretty good one.
Did you see the pictures?
Yeah.
Oh man, it was actually, and it tasted good as well. I said to you, we sacrifice flavour slightly for quality. No, sorry, quantity. Sacrifice quality for quantity. But actually, looking back on it, it tasted like a good burger. It was quite thick and meaty, but I counteracted that with a lot of cheese and salad and stuff. So it was really good. But, like, joking aside, I guess the other one would be my master's degree.
Yeah, that's a pretty...
I've kind of grown up not thinking I was stupid, but knowing that I wasn't the most intelligent in my group. And I'm not saying I am, but I'm saying that I never would have thought I'd have got a master's degree.
Oh, well done.
So I'm quite happy with that.
A couple of years late to it, but well done.
Yeah,
you're pretty
exactly,
smart.
yeah.
You're pretty smart.
Thank
you're
you.
all right.
And to be honest, and I talk about my job a lot here, and that's because I'm pretty much doing my dream job. I get to write for a living. Sure, I'm not writing like screenplays and movies and stuff, but I can say that I can be creative and earn money doing it, and to me that is a win.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, that's a nice thing to answer.
Have you got a magic achievement?
A magic achievement, probably winning one game against you, which I think I did. Like, out of the many games we've played together in the past, I'd say we've played about 10 games together.
Probably
10 to 20 games together. I've won one, and that was just because I had luck. So that was a pretty good magic achievement.
I don't really have one. Playing the game, like introducing new people to the game, is exciting to me.
All right, move along, hippie. I just want everyone to have a good time.
No, I
playing
don't
magic
really.
Cards
I don't
together.
really have one. Just I'll talk about it some other time. But finding the game was a big thing for my life.
Well, that will be potentially next week.
Maybe.
in the
Yeah.
episode. It's going to be a heavy one.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I don't really have one. Maybe when I win GP London,
When you win, oh, that would be so cool. If you did.
winning like.
Think how big Beardwags would get if you won that.
On a personal level, like winning some tournaments is, and going to tournaments and stuff.
Being the best player at your Friday Night Magic group.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
that's
the
quite
thing.
good sometimes, is winning.
I mean, that's not just you boasting. That's a statistical fact.
yeah, oh, well, I wouldn't want to say that, but I do
Well,
quite
no,
well.
on average, you win more times than the other people there. The other people who play there are probably very good too. But
I've
you're,
won a
you're a
fair
regular
amount.
winner.
I would say I'm a regular winner, yeah. I've got a
So
reputation.
to sum up, everyone else there are twats.
and I'm the best.
You're the best.
Fuck yous guys is. Give me all your cards; they're wasted on you.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on.
We're talking about Magic, and I want to get your opinion on something actually.
Okay.
So let's just move swiftly onto that, right? To set the scene, a player recently made the top 8 of a tournament. I think it was Grand Prix Charlotte, and it was a modern tournament.
Yeah.
During the tournaments, they do coverage, live coverage. They show people playing. He made the top 8. They showed him playing the top 8. They gave Wizards of the Coast or their, DCI or whoever gave him coverage.
Sure.
Someone tweeted that this particular person, his name, I can say it because it's all over Reddit, but Zachary Jesse, 11 years ago, was accused and charged with vaginally and anally raping someone.
What a cunt.
Yeah, right. So the story behind it is...
Was he convicted?
Yeah, he did like 3 months of prison time.
Oh, so I guess you're allowed to say his name, aren't you? Because he's been...
Yeah, and it's public knowledge. You can Google it and see his charges.
Also,
so,
fuck you. You did a bad thing, so own up to it.
He essentially... was drunk. She was drunk. Well, she was drunk and passed out, and he carried her back to her house. And then the next morning, she went to the hospital, and it turned out she had been raped. And obviously, they were both drunk, so consent was a murky area. Now,
yeah, but if someone is asleep, don't have sex with them.
No, but what I'm saying is, we'll never know the full story on that front because, so they gave him coverage. Some people called him out and said, you've just given coverage to a rapist. This is a dangerous environment, and it's not going to bring new people to Magic.
No.
There's been people on both sides of it. Some people who are saying it's been 11 years. The guy now is going for his bar to become a lawyer. He's trained to be a lawyer.
Really?
And he had to convince the university he went to take him on, so he must have...
Now, the whole point of prison and being convicted and serving sentences is rehabilitation.
Yeah. So,
and it seems like he's genuinely doing that, so why should you be like, no, you're not allowed to rehabilitate?
The thing about it is some people say, rehabilitation. He's done a lot in his community since, and that's fine. Like
not rape anyone.
Yeah,
that's a
we
good
can't
place to
accuse...
start.
The problem is someone did commit a crime. Not going to lessen that. The guy is a villain for doing that, but if he is reformed, he should be given the same basic rights as every other human being.
Yeah.
I'm not going to forget that he's raped someone, though.
No.
You
wear that like a brand for your whole life.
He's on the sex offenders list, and he will be for the rest of his life. The problem is you can't stop someone from playing a game.
No.
But do you give them coverage? Do you allow them to appear on coverage?
I think it depends on... Do you know what? I think yes. I think if he was currently meant to be serving a sentence or on bail or parole or whatever, then no, because he's still being punished for what he did. But he did a crime and he served a sentence. Yeah. So legally and in the way that we understand the justice system, yes, give him coverage.
I think what happened was...
Morally, it's up to them.
Wizards... And the head of the organised play, Helen Bajeau, said, it happened in the past, and we're not trying to promote a dangerous play area. The guy is just, it's whatever happened. But now he was contacted by Hasbro, who own Wizards of the Coast, by their lawyers, and said, "You can't play this game anymore. You're banned from playing Magic." So the coverage happened. He did well in the tournament. He won some money. Now, about a month later, Hasbro have contacted him and said, "You're banned permanently. Not like a couple of years. He is banned permanently from playing Magic, and he's also had his Magic Online account suspended indefinitely."
So here's what I think about that. Sure, what I just said, you serve a sentence and you rehabilitate. But sometimes, if you do a bad thing, shit things are going to happen to you for the rest of your life. So there's nothing you can do about that. The company who make the game that he is famous for playing don't want him to play it anymore because he raped someone, and he can't say, "Hey, that's unfair," because do you know what? It is.
The problem,
but it was also unfair that he raped someone.
The problem with it is let's say he qualified for the Pro Tour, which is the most prestigious Magic tournament. I mean, admittedly, outside of the world of Magic, not many people know what that is. But for people in the Magic community, it's like the dream, He goes to the Pro Tour, he wins. National papers pick up on it. Convicted rapist wins Pro Tour. From a brand perspective, they can't have that. Like, they just can't have that kind of thing happening within their community. So I understand why they did it, but I think they can't sort of say it's okay and then ban him a month later. Like,
Yeah.
the problem is
I think consistency is the key as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to have rules, don't just decide to use them when they suit you. Why didn't they ban him when he was convicted?
Well, no, because the problem. Well, he might not have been playing Magic back then. That's the thing.
Good point. Yeah.
And also, when you sign up for a DCI number, they don't check anything. It's just your name. So,
Do you know? I can see actually that some people are arguing probably in his favour. Like, well, it was a long time ago. He's rehabilitated, like I was saying before. But I would be more on the side of, yeah, but he raped someone, so actually that should haunt him for the rest of his life, sometimes affecting the things that he really wants to do.
you should pay for the
Because
mistakes
every
you've made.
day he should be thinking, oh, I really shouldn't have raped that person.
Yeah.
Every minute of every day that should be going through
It's
his mind.
one of the crimes, in a way, to me, that well, I find it repulsive. Thinking about it makes me feel a bit weird. But he made a mistake, and he might have been rehabilitated in some ways, but Hasbro and Wizards have just got to protect their brand. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
you could imagine that headline breaking something like the Daily Mail, let's say, like in the UK, if that happened over here, like instantly the perception of Magic the Gathering would just, I mean, it's already pretty low.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just wanted to get your take on that.
Welcome to Beardwags, your local source of entertainment.
Well, you're allowed to ask about depressing things, aren't you?
I think so.
To get
That
your
was a really
opinion.
good discussion. I think
Yeah.
that sometimes it just proves that we can be serious when we want to be.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm going to burp.
Go on, do a burp.
Okay, well, I need a few moments to prepare. So
Another quick opinion whilst you're preparing.
I did it.
You haven't. Well done. You haven't listened to loads of Coheed and Cambria, but you've listened to them.
Yeah, I've listened to the album and it's got the cool artwork. So all of them, I guess.
Yeah.
What?
Start listening to music I tell you to listen to.
I really like Coheed though. That album that's got, and it starts with the bloke on the spaceship with the computer, and he's talking.
The Afterman.
Yeah.
Listen to. Their new album is not a concept album.
Oh, okay.
You know, all of the other stuff is set in the same shared
Yeah.
universe. This is not. It's just about feeling, like his personal
Fair enough.
feelings and stuff.
I mean, he's filled his quota of concept albums.
Yeah, I like that. I just wanted to see what you think of it, because a lot of people, I'd imagine a lot of hardcore fans are kind of going to be like, we love the Armory Wars, but for casual fans, it's almost like, now I can listen to their songs without having to go, what's the story here? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I always thought you could listen to their songs without needing to know the context anyway, because they
Yeah.
work as like individual works.
Yeah.
And the new song, You Got Spirit Kid, is good fun.
Okay.
You should check it out.
I will. I honestly will. You've got Spirit Kids, so
Yeah.
I've remembered that.
And the new album is called The Colour Before the Sun.
Ooh.
I'm looking forward to it. I hope they tour.
Okay. I'll come with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
They put on. I've seen them loads of times. They're good. What else do you want to talk about?
I've got something I'm really excited about.
Go on.
No Man's Sky. PlayStation exclusive, I think, game that's coming out.
I've
Prob-
not even seen it.
Oh man, I've got to show you it. It's basically the biggest game in the world. That's how they should market it. You're an explorer. It's a first-person exploration game. You travel through galaxies, universes, solar systems. One single universes, but solar systems and galaxies and stuff. Just discovering things and mining things, and there is a main arc of the game which is to get to the center of the universe, but you don't follow a story. And it's so big. Every solar system has like a certain number of planets. Every galaxy has a certain number of solar systems, and then there's like
That's gonna
hundreds of
break
galaxies.
Your hard drive.
It's huge, honestly. And the reason I mentioned it is because earlier this week, IGN I think released 18 minutes of gameplay footage, and it's just such a simple but really beautiful concept, and the way the game looks is quite nice as well. Well, really nice actually. You just go to any planet. You're flying around in space. So, say you're in space in your ship, you see, oh, there's a solar system. I'll warp to there, or you can just fly there. And then you go, oh, look, there's a planet that's close to the sun. And then you fly and you enter the atmosphere, you land, and you can explore the whole planet. And each planet is actually a planet. So you walk for a certain number of time, you'll end up in the same space.
Nice.
You should check it out. It's like, the company who make it, I think, are an indie sort of company, and Sony picked it up to help them develop.
Nice.
And it's coming out. Well, no release date's been announced, but you can do things like, so you discover things, and your discoveries earn you money, and then you mine things, and when you mine the elements give you money, and then you upgrade your ship, you upgrade your weapons, and you basically develop yourself and the aim is to just keep exploring.
Cool.
And there are incentives to explore and explore. It
That
just
sounds
looks
good.
amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that.
I want to play some games. I haven't played anything in ages.
I'll show you the No Man's Sky footage afterwards. But if you're listening, check out the No Man's Sky footage.
Nice.
Hey, maybe we'll tag them on Twitter when we put this episode up, and they'll be like, hey, thanks, guys. Have a free copy.
Probably not.
They probably won't even listen. They'll be like, who are these people talking about jacking someone off for 500 grand?
Oh, hey, do you want my really quick review of the latest Loot Crate?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's shit.
Really?
Yeah, it's awful.
You
I
didn't
didn't
even
even
bring it
bother
with
bringing
you?
it over. I was going to take a picture and show
What's
you.
in it? A packet of Johnnies and some dry roasted peanuts.
Terminator replica skull. It's
Boo.
really plasticky and crap.
Boo.
A brain chip from Terminator keyring, which is shit.
Why do they bum Terminator so much?
Some stickers.
Yeah.
A T-shirt, which is okay. It's Optimus Prime, but it's a parody of the Tron cover. It's okay. I mean,
Fine.
it's you'd wear it, but probably like only if you couldn't find anything else to wear.
Yeah.
And a mouse mat,
Oh.
which is okay. I used
What
a mouse
mouse
mat. It's from Borderlands.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. It's a nice design. I use it, but honestly,
what was
it was, the theme was cyber. I think there was like a glow in the dark pencil case or
It's
something.
almost
in there.
like they were, the Terminator brand were like, hey, we'll give you this much money if you do this.
It was really bad. I obviously there are some people that love Terminator and are going to enjoy it, and I know that each box can't appeal to each person, but there was like the T-shirt and the mouse mat. I kind of went okay, but
Yeah.
So my quick review is it's shit. I'm not going to say any more.
That's all it needs. Shall we do another writing exercise?
No.
Okay. Thanks very much, guys. We'll see you next time. We did this in episode 13. Did you hear that click?
Yeah.
Oh, that was my shoulder.
Did it hurt?
Oh, no, it just felt like...
All right, Grandpa. Oh, bloody hell, me
Oh.
cockles. Oh.
It's from like J-O-ing that dude too much.
Yeah. Is it 642 things to write about?
642 things to write about.
Write about.
By the San Francisco Writers Grotto. I tweeted them saying that we talked about them, and they retweeted it or favorited it or something, so they know that we've mentioned them. I hope they listen, because come on, guys, we bought your book. Fucking
Yeah, we spent like £12 on your book. So
I did.
Well,
You should buy it. Steve, earlier on, Steve was like, hey, you should buy me that book, by the way.
well, why not? We're friends, aren't we? We buy each other stuff.
You don't buy me things. All you do is leave the Grim Reaper in my house.
I
and haven't
lend
done
you
that for
things and you never read them.
Yes, I do. I read Scott Pilgrim.
All of it.
Well, most of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But then I had
All
to stop to watch a film because I was going to the cinema.
Yeah,
But I
you've
know
had
it
it for about
anyway,
6
like-
months.
Yeah, I know.
You don't know it. You've just seen the film. It's not the same
And
thing.
read 90% of it.
I'm taking it back.
You can.
Arse face.
Right, okay.
Butt pipe. Come.
Ooh, I
Guzzler.
think... Oh, no, that could go so wrong. I'll pitch it to you and see what you think. Write a children's story set in the woods. That's too much.
I already did.
What?
I
What's
already
it
wrote
called?
that. Jimmy Savile and
Jimmy Hansel and...
Jimmy Savile and the Finger Glove.
Yeah. God, these are all real. Like, apparently they were just... Someone who was in charge down at this place where they made this book was like, okay, guys, this is the book I want to do. It's called 642 Things to Write About. And they were like, oh, that's funny. You just mean a lot of things to write about, and we'll just come up with it. And he was like, no, literally 642 is a good number. So apparently over 24 hours, they all came up with this number of things and then put it into book form.
That's pretty good.
So this book took them like 24 hours to do.
And now they've made like at least £12 because we know they've sold at least one copy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, 2 copies, because I got recommended this by a friend who also bought it.
Stop pretending you have friends.
I'm sorry.
Come on, find one. People don't want to sit and listen to you trying to find things.
Okay, here we go.
Mother.
These are really good.
Well,
Think of the most frightening experience anyone has ever related to you. A carjacking, a dogfight, a robbery, and imagine what it must have been like to be personally involved. Start with the experience in real time. So there we go.
Do you want to start, or should I?
Do you have any really frightening experiences?
No, because all of my family are fuckwits and think ghosts are real. So they try and tell
Ghosts are real in your mind.
They try and tell me these stories, and I'm like, that didn't happen.
Oh, my beer's finished.
Have another one.
Good idea.
Look at these lady-sized cans of beer. You're not a real man.
They're my tiny heinies.
Tiny heinies. Do you drink them whilst you're getting a pedicure and fingering your vagina?
Oh, God, that's not what women do. It actually is.
I'm not saying what
That's
women...
not even sexist. That's what a lot of women do. Not at the same time. Unless they have a mini pedicurist in their fanny.
Sorry, I've been quite rude to you tonight.
Tonight, all the fucking time.
Well, I did call you a donut earlier instead of a cunt.
Let's not do that writing exercise, because I think we should do a proper bit on how, like, on the times we've been most scared. Like, not now, but I think we should do like a scary episode. I will do, because that was quite a long one. I will find a quick one. What were you going to say about being scared?
I was just going to say all of my family stories are about ghosts, and I don't believe in ghosts. So when they tell me their stories, I'm like, that's nonsense.
Yeah. Well, there's the Thornton Hauntins.
Oh, God, don't... Oh, we're not even going to talk about that on the podcast.
Why not?
It's the most stupidest thing ever. And they're all like, oh, but they've got CCTV footage. Well, can I see it? No, you're not allowed. It's against the law. All right, well, that proves it then.
What's against the law?
Seeing CCTV footage for another company or some shit.
Oh, really? No, it isn't. Anyone can see it, right?
Well, I don't know. But anyway, regardless, it's a bit of a loophole, isn't it? Yeah, we do have some footage, but we can't show you. Oh, well, that proves it then. Cheers for that. I've got some pictures of God, but I'm not allowed to show you. Do you believe in him? Do I sound really bitter?
Yeah. You sound like you've seen a ghost and he's convinced you that no one else should ever. Because you're trying to convince people that you don't believe in ghosts so that they never experience the horror that you do.
Give me an exercise.
Okay, here's a really good one. Begin with, it didn't seem like much at the time. So you start your story like that.
It didn't seem like much at the time, but there was this one time when I was at a party and my uncle had had a little bit too much to drink.
Oh, God.
And I sat on his knee.
And, oh!
So I was about to say, something happened.
Something happened.
That's a good story.
Is that your whole story?
Well, I don't want to be too explicit, but I walked like a crab for about a week afterwards.
Oh, God. What, sideways?
Yeah.
Who was it who told someone that crabs walks forward when they're drunk, and they believed them? I don't
can't
know.
remember.
One of my
that's
friends.
A good story.
Okay, this is mine. What do I have to start with? I'm going to do it as a ghost story.
You read it. I can't remember. It was something like...
It didn't seem like much at the time. Right, this is going to be my ghost story. You ready to be scared to fuck? I got to burp again. I'm sorry, I'm drinking beer and it's really fizzy. Okay, ready? It didn't seem like much at the time, but the unlock of the door downstairs was all I needed to hear. I thought it was just the wind, but when I heard the first creak on the floorboards, that's when I hid under my covers. Steve's undressing. This isn't a sex story. This isn't going to end in I walked like a crab for a week. Don't rub your circular nipple. Your nipples are really well rounded.
Thanks, man.
And
I'll work on that.
You know, some people have really tiny or really oblong nipples.
Do you sometimes
anyway, I'm getting distracted. So I hid under my covers. I heard the squeaking of the floorboards getting closer as I realised whatever it was climbing the stairs. I decided hiding under the covers wasn't enough, so I moved to the wardrobe. It was pitch black, so I had to feel my way without making too much noise. I closed the door of the wardrobe, taking me into further darkness. The creaking of the floorboards had stopped.
No, wait. I've heard this one before.
Listen. The creaking of the floorboards had stopped. But it was nothing compared to the breathing I felt on the back of my neck. How scary is that? I just made that up on the spot.
It's pretty good. It's not scary, but I know you, so I
scary.
just assume it's like your boyfriend about to have sex with you.
It's like a really sexy game we're playing called Find the Ghost.
Yeah.
That was quite good.
That was pretty good for the top
because,
I didn't realise we were going to do it seriously. I probably could have done something.
Oh, go on then.
No, I can't be bothered.
Next time we'll do another one. These are fun, these writing
I felt some
exercises.
breathing on my neck, and then I turned round, and it was just me dad having a wank.
I felt some breathing around on my neck, and I turned around and heard a whisper. Will you wank me off for 50 quid?
Yeah.
It's kind of, this is a mixture now. We're moving on to Steve is... you have to join in. Nerd. I come up with different tunes each time. Steve is a nerd. Don't act like you've walked away, like I'm doing this on my own. Right.
Imagine if it turned out that this whole time I was just a ghost.
Good.
And
I'd be like, oh fuck, I said I'd drop you home and take Charlie home, but this is my 6th beer.
oh shit, yeah.
6th mini beer.
You
Oh well,
still
we'll
can't-
just walk together.
You can't drive, definitely not.
I'm going to have a slurp of this.
I did, yeah. I should have noticed that. You've drunk like, I'll pick you up. Don't worry,
Yeah.
I've only had 8 beers.
I've done this before as well. Like she went to Brighton once. No, she was in London and she got the last train home. She was like, "Hey, I'm nearly back. Meet me at the station." And I'd accidentally gone out and got drunk, so I just fell asleep
you
on the bed.
accidentally went out and got drunk.
No, I offered to pick her up, and she was like, "Oh no, don't worry." So I went out to the pub, and then I woke up at 1 a.m. and she was lying in bed next to me. I was like, "Oh, how did you get back?" She was like, "I walked, thanks." So I've got some kind of half educating Alex, the Steve edition, and half Steve is a fucking nerd.
Sure.
And it's about Batman,
Okay.
because I revisited Batman Begins the other day.
Nice.
It was a really good film, obviously. I just think it gets swept under the carpet a little bit because of The Dark Knight and Rises.
Which is funny because they're both a mess, and Batman
Do-
Begins
what?
is a consistent movie.
They are all really good. Batman Begins is, in terms of it follows a really good story development and character progression. But maybe I think the only thing that I don't like about Rises is that it goes on really too long.
So does The Dark Knight.
Yeah, that's true as long as
He
well.
has
But
He has a problem.
Heath
ending his
Ledger's
movies.
acting makes up for that.
Well, it does and it doesn't, because the whole bit with the Two-Face is 45 minutes of...
I wish Two-Face wasn't in it. That's the
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It just that's why I think it's a mess, because the whole back end of the middle arc is really confused. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's really unnecessary. Anyway, yeah.
So Batman's my favourite superhero.
He's not actually a superhero.
Well, he is in what he does. Like, he is super. You know, he is a superhero because
No,
he's
he's not.
Steve. Yes, he is. He absolutely is a superhero.
He's a vigilante.
He
doesn't
doesn't
have any superpowers.
No, he doesn't have superpowers, but he is a. If you said name some superheroes, people go, "Oh, Batman's one."
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would too. You're such a fucking bellend. Right. Anyway, he's my favourite guy, and I want to test you. You probably know some of these because they're easy, but then it leads me on to like talking about some stuff. What is the name of the comic series that Batman first appeared in? Oh, I have another beer.
Was it Detective Comics?
Detective Comics in 1949. No, 39. Sorry. And now this one is a kind of, it's. You can either have it as a question or I'll just tell you. Name as many Batman actors as you can.
Okay. Adam West.
Yep.
Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer.
Yep.
Oh God. Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney.
Yep.
Christian Bale.
Yep.
The Batfleck.
Yeah.
The dude. The dudes that did all the cartoons. There's hundreds of them.
Oh yeah, not the
And
voices.
before Adam West, there was 2 more as well.
Yes.
But I can't remember the name. Lowry, one of them maybe.
Yeah, Robert Lowry in 1949, Batman and Robin.
And I can't remember what the other one is.
Lewis Wilson in the 1943 film serial.
Yeah.
So I didn't, there's quite a lot of Batmans, if you
yeah,
like.
I mean, you could even go down the route of like cartoon movies and stuff.
Yeah,
There's
I didn't go
loads.
into the voice actors
That'd
and
be
stuff,
loads,
but
mate.
there'd be so many. This is an easy one. Who did Dick Grayson grow up to become?
Nightwing.
Yes. And why was Robin introduced?
Well, there's a few.
It's
different...
not like a specific reason, but I read up on it, and it kind of is in a cool way.
There,
If you think back to Batman's origins of the creation's origins rather than the character's origins.
Well, then I don't know.
It was to have a Watson to his Holmes.
Okay.
Because he was meant to be a detective, so it was he needed someone to bounce back and forth ideas from.
Do you know where he came from?
Who? Batman.
Robin Hood.
Robin.
The co-creator Bill Finger was big into Robin
Finger,
Hood,
yeah.
and that's how they
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Which like the Red Hood
Educating
and
each
stuff.
other.
Right.
And this is more a fact, actually. You know the Batman not killing people.
Yeah, he did in Detective Comics.
That didn't come in till he got his own series.
He
Detective
killed
Comics,
loads of
he
people.
killed remorselessly.
Yeah, he did. With guns as well.
Yeah, he had guns and the shit. And I've put at the end, fun fact, gay. And the reason I put that is because I read this really interesting bit about Batman and homosexual tendencies, I guess you want to say. Interpretations, maybe. So I'll read a bit of it to you. Gay interpretations of the character have been part of the academic study of Batman since psychologist Frederick Wertham asserted in Seduction of the Innocent in 1954 that Batman's stories are psychologically homosexual. The Batman type of story may stimulate children to homosexual fantasies, of the nature of which they may be unconscious. Andy Medhurst wrote in his 1991 essay, Batman, Deviance and Camp, that Batman is interesting to gay audiences because he was one of the first fictional characters to be attacked on the grounds of his presumed homosexuality, which is quite interesting. It's quite a long bit. It's a bit about Batman and Robin.
Well, yeah.
Here we go.
Award is...
Yeah. Creators associated with the character have expressed their own opinions. Writer Alan Grant has stated, "The Batman I wrote for 13 years isn't gay. Everybody's Batman all the way back to Bob Kane. None of them wrote him as a gay character. Only Joel Schumacher might have had an opposing view." Frank Miller views the character as sublimating his sexual urges into crime fighting, concluding, "He'll be much healthier if he were gay."
Frank Miller is a fucking lunatic, so his opinion just doesn't count.
Grant Morrison said that gayness is built into Batman. Obviously, as a fictional character, he's intended to be homosexual, but the basis of the whole concept is utterly gay. I think that's why people like it. All these women fancy him, and they all wear fetish clothes and jump around rooftops to get to him. He doesn't care. He's more interested in hanging out with the old guy and the kid.
It's kind of like, in a way, most superheroes are really gay. Like,
well, I think that if for example in this Batman v Superman, and Batman's on to direct a Batman film, did you know that?
Yeah,
I'm actually really excited about this. I know you shrug it off. I really am excited about Ben Affleck's Batman, both in what he's going to direct and what he's going to act.
I'd rather just he carried on making his own films.
But I think they could legit make this Batman openly gay. Because
I don't see why not.
His relationship with Selena Kyle doesn't, we've explored that. That doesn't matter. That they can still have that flirty romance without them ever being a couple or into a relationship. I think the fact
they don't even have to
exactly
I mean, there's no backstory to this Batman, so they can do whatever they want.
Exactly.
There's no reason why you can't be gay.
And I think that for me, I was just thinking, reading that, it would almost make a new Batman story arc more interesting to me
if the character was
gay. That's the sad thing. Like they didn't get a Black Spider-Man because
they
were like,
won't take the risk.
Because Peter Parker's gone now, isn't he? Miles Morales is.
No, in the Ultimate Universe he was, but now there is no Ultimate Universe because of Secret War. So there's Peter Parker and Miles Morales now.
Oh, okay.
They coexist, but
because I think they kind of. I don't know if they were like, oh, let's not do the Black Spider-Man because it will just be a bit. The people will think it's a publicity stunt.
I think they did it for the whiny, bitchy fans who, as soon as they saw that Johnny Storm was black, freaked out. Like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
If they're a good actor, I couldn't. In a way, I'd be more interested in Batman if he was gay. I've seen enough Batman in the last 5 years.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That, I think that maybe not. So Batman is Batman. Bruce Wayne is the character that really needs to interest us because Batman does cool shit and they can do that. However,
anyone can play Batman as well.
Bruce Wayne. I think Ben Affleck could play a really convincing Bruce Wayne as quite a extravagant homosexual.
He a Batman directed a Batfleck directed Batman.
Batman.
A Batman directed Batman film, which is what it would be.
Yeah.
Would interest me a little bit more, but in all honesty,
He's got on the writer who wrote Argo as well.
yeah,
which is cool.
I kind of just think make your own movies. They're more interesting. Like don't get me wrong, I love superhero movies, but I would be more interested in him making another film like Argo, like another of his own independent films.
Yeah, I can see that.
Although
That's fair enough.
no one
But
can
I
do
think
as bad
if-
as Zack Snyder. His movies suck. So
What
he's
you
doing
mean?
Batman vs Superman. I don't think.
Oh
he's a
yeah,
good
did you not
director.
like Man of Steel?
It was okay.
I found it a bit boring. I really want to represent it because of Henry Cavill and being from Jersey and that. I think Henry Cavill is a really good actor.
He's a
I
good
can't wait to
actor.
see The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that looks good. He's a good
That's
actor,
really good.
but
I
it's
found
an
that
average film.
It was all over the place.
Loads of people die as well. He's really been protecting it, and
well,
just like whole
apparently-
cities
do you
get
want to know what
destroyed.
I've heard?
What?
Apparently, it's a bit of a spoiler, but not really. But for Batman v Superman, one of the reasons why Batman hates Superman is because in Metropolis, one of the Wayne Enterprises towers got destroyed, and Bruce Wayne knew some people who were in there. So he's like saying that Superman's dangerous and stuff.
Yeah, he is. Like, but I didn't really enjoy that film towards the end, and also like, it was really a bit over the
I think
top.
the coolest bits were the bits on Krypton.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder did a good job with Watchmen. I enjoyed that.
Mm.
But then his own film, which he wrote himself, Sucker Punch, was shit.
Oh yeah.
Like the worst film I've ever seen, nearly. And Man of Steel was okay.
Well, I was listening to a Kevin Smith podcast, and he had a guest. I can't remember who he was, but it was talking about they let Zack Snyder do Sucker Punch, and then after that, the board of executives were like, okay, now whenever Zack Snyder's around, we need to have an adult in the room because he can't be trusted.
I feel like they kind of went, let him write his own movie and gave him a box of crayons. Like, it's the kind of shit I'd have written when I was about 5. Well, no, maybe like 15, and I loved video games. I was like, imagine if I could play Final Fantasy and Legend of Zelda at the same time.
Yeah.
It was bullshit. But I mean, I'll watch the film. What people should know is I am very down on films, but that doesn't mean I'm not excited.
What people
for
should
them.
know right now is that Steve is naked, and wait, what are you doing? Stop pouring hot honey all over yourself.
I do get
Steamy
excited
hot
about
honey.
some
Oh,
things.
I want some honey on
Stop
toast.
it! I'm trying to be serious.
Honey.
I am excited.
Oh,
about it.
bother.
I don't even like honey.
Don't you?
That was a good impression of you. Look a bit like Winnie the Pooh.
Fuck
Sort
off.
of fucking useless.
Useless with no trousers on.
Yeah, and you hang around with a donkey and a fucking boy that's going to rape you. On that
Eeyore
note,
was like, what's the point? That's like, it's actually, if you look at Eeyore in Vacuum, he is a really horribly depressed character.
he's just like
all the other guys were like, fucking cheer up, Eeyore. There's nothing to be that sad about.
He's Marvin the paranoid android, isn't he? Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
life. Don't talk to me about life. That's my favourite.
Do you remember
quote
that
ever.
episode where they walked in and he was just about to put his head through the noose?
Do you remember the time when? Yeah, but it was his tail.
Yeah, and it just disconnected. He
Yeah.
was like, I can't do anything right.
In the deleted episodes, every episode they caught him trying to kill himself. Eeyore, get your head out of the
And
oven.
he tried to like slit his wrist, but just stuffing came out because he's a toy.
Yeah.
Christopher Robin was like, "Hey, what are you doing there?"
And then whilst he was bent over his head in the oven, Christopher Robin came up behind him and was like, Eeyore,
Started having sex with the puffy slits.
let me play pin the tail on the donkey. On that note, should we probably?
Oh yeah.
Um,
We almost went through a whole episode without talking about half-naked bears.
sexy.
Did you see that video of that grizzly bear or brown bear or whatever it was, and it went up to the car and it was like, "Hey guys,"
No.
it was really cute.
I'll watch it.
He like goes
Um,
right up on the car. Sorry.
Stop. Every time I go onto YouTube, like I'll watch half of a video and be like, I'll finish watching that later. And I go on, there's like a million videos in between.
I
it.
like watching loads of really short, pointless videos.
Follow us on at Beardwags on Twitter, because I'll do a lot of tweeting about Magic
Yeah.
this weekend. So if you like Magic, or even if you don't, just fucking read it. Like,
Yeah,
and-
Magic's fun. I don't play it anymore. I've got my cards. I was actually thinking either about playing more or trying to sell the cards I've got because I just don't play it. But that's not because of the game. That's because I'm lazy and I do other things. But Magic, like the whole point of us doing these Magic episodes, for people who play Magic, but a lot of it is for people who want to get into Magic, or people who just listen and maybe want to think about getting into Magic.
yeah. So Twitter and send us some emails, beardwags@gmail.com.
Beardwags@gmail.com.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. It's been really fun to catch up. And once again, Steve, congratulations on getting engaged.
Yeah, it's
Ali
alright,
is a
thanks.
very lucky girl.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
excited.
actually, you're a very lucky guy.
Can I fucking listen to myself talking? I'm like, I never sound excited about anything ever.
You're like, oh,
I would just. That's what I'm trying to stress to people. I do get excited about things sometimes.
So, say to me now, I proposed to Ali and she said yes, but say it with the most excitement you can imagine.
I proposed to Ali and she said yes.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's going to be really good fun. Really
Good.
good. You're like a football player after a match saying, yeah, it was all right, we played well, but the other team, they just scored more goals. And at the end of the day, the person who gets more goals wins the game.
I love it when people say at the end of the day.
At the end of
Yeah,
the
it comes
day.
fucking night.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Cunt face. We can't end on cunt face.
All right. Speak to you later.
Take
been
it easy.
good,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's been fun. Well, I'm going to walk you home now.
Cheers. All
Thanks for listening. Bye.
right. All right.